how busy both passenger trains are in use. One goes up the hill while the other one's coming down, and we meet at the midway point.
I like the Polar Express.
From the snake train. Trails of snake.
Okay, our rail journey today is 2.5 kilometres of track up to the tower. There are 3 tunnels, 5 reversing points and 10 bridges. Some of the bridges are actually very small, you won't even notice they're there. Some of them are quite large and you will definitely know it. Very steep gullies that we go over. There's also a lot of ceramic art, pottery around in the forestry to have a look at as we go through. Everyone who works here at the pottery as an artist leaves behind something when they finish working here. And there is some of Barry Brickell's work I'll point out to you as well. This is our first and longest bridge, the number 1 viaduct, 43.5 metres long.
This forest is only 50 years old.
Oh, yeah. It's really cool. Looks like someone tried to build a house out here.
The zip line is just up here on the right. Time to go flying off.
Jump!
Wait and see if they do it in front of us.
Come on, give it a show. This is so cool. Woohoo!
I wish we could do that today.
Hey?
I wish we could do that today. Are we doing it like anyway? Oh yeah,
I want to do it at my time.
Okay. The little sound. Oh, never mind. That's just a house. Thought it was a toilet.
So we just about cross over Copeland's Creek here as we go into our lower spiral. Not a spiral because the track comes around in a tight loop and almost crosses over itself. We only have 2 of these because they take up a lot of room, and when we get further in the land it's too steep for this amount of curved track. And you'll see the reversing stations and how they work very soon. So we'll sweep around here and back over Copeland's Creek again.
Yeah, it's definitely like the mountain for the Polar Express.
Just here on our right is one of Barry's original clay pits where he would come and dig up the local soft yellow plastic clay, which he was looking for up here. He used that in his large pieces of artwork. We don't dig up clay from here much very often, only a couple of handfuls for ceremonial purposes, but we leave this one open so you can see what that material looks like. And it's a terracotta clay, which means the light starts out that orangey yellow colour. When it's fired in the kiln, it becomes a brick colour, much more of a red colour, so it's called terracotta. Just like terracotta tiles when you see them. We no longer take clay from up here anymore. We do take a bit of it from down by the office buildings, and down on the left there you can see the track we were on just a moment ago. So Barry used his first train here to bring clay and firewood from up the hill here down to the pottery, but it was just a private railway. He never built this rail track with the intention of it being a tourist train or a tourist adventure. He really only did it because he loved trains.
So do I.
If he hasn't been until we get to the halfway point where he'd spent a lot of money on this and he had a big debt to the bank that he figured maybe I could take people on train rides and get paid for it. So that's when that started. It wasn't until late 1990, which is 17 years after he bought the land. Just about to arrive at our first reversing station, which Barry named Ravington. He had the line built up to here in 1982, 9 years after he bought the property. The piece of land that he purchased was 60 acres or 24 hectares. As I mentioned, it was farmland. The only big trees on the property
Big
were
balls.
Californian pine trees.
What are those? We have to get it out. Oh, yeah.
So I drive from the other end and I'll show you how you can sit on the opposite seat or to face forwards if you want to.
Don't drop your phone.
Your choice, you can sit over there if you want, you don't have to muck around too much.
Well, now I'm back at the back of the train.
William. Oh,
They had to restart the recording.
I don't want to have one big long record.
No, that's me, definitely. Sorry, go on YouTube anyway, so. Also some big balls.
Statue of Titty.
Oh my god, look at the boobs! What the fuck? Look at it.
So we've used some of these old pine trees to put our zip line platforms and wires on here. They were the only big trees on the property that Barry bought. All of the native forest has either been planted by Barry and volunteers or is naturally reseeding and regrowing. The birds bring the native plants. We do have a lot of native birds. More than 50,000 trees have been planted here.
And it's another reverser. Django, anyone?
Chipman.
Oh, I'm actually gonna go back that way. Chipmans. Stopping over, Mum?
Do this one.
Swap works.
Swap left, swap right.
Is that the way you gotta change the track with that?
Yeah. I mean, it's just switching the point blades. Yeah.
Manual.
Very fun. Is this guy okay? Is this Satcho okay? Because he seems a bit terrified.
Terracotta foam.
Boy, you got a big mouth.
Where the first tunnel was.
Yeah, this is a very effective way to zigzag up the steeper parts of the land. You can look down there and see how much height we gained from two of those reversing points very close together. We have to climb up 115 metres from the station up to the tower. And it didn't take long for Barry to figure out when he was surveying these parts of the track that the only way to do it was with those reversing stations.
Ah yes, the gentleman, such a very friendly man.
about to come to our first tunnel, so a gentle reminder to keep everything safely inside as we go through. The tunnel was built in 1988 and it's decorated at both ends with bricks that Barry made from that same yellow clay.
I thought you were about to say there was a spider at the end
And
of
there's
the
some
tunnel.
of Barry's artwork just here on the right, a giant earthworm, and these two dragon-like creatures are his versions of Taniwha, typical New Zealand water creatures. And then there's a mermaid with a baby seal. And the next little tunnel ahead of us, he called out Taniwha Tunnel.
Are you sure the two dragons weren't the Loch Ness monster?
There's only one of those.
Oh.
Otherwise they'd be called the Loch Ness Monsters.
True.
We're just coming now to our double-deck steel railway bridge, which is unique in the world of rail. This is a complicated thing for Barry to build and very expensive. It took 2 years to construct. We get very close to the steel frame, so keep everything safely inside. It was while he was building this that he realised that it would be a good idea to have other people come along on train rides and help him to pay for his hobby. So that's when he applied for a licence, and that was granted in October 1990. And this area we're coming through now is called Crown Flat. It's the second of our two spiral or loop sections. We'll come around on a tight curve and takes us onto the top deck of the bridge. This is where the zip line starts.
This is made of glass bottles.
That block on the way down.
That's made of glass bottles.
Yeah. There's a lot of empty glass bottles used as retaining walls. They're very effective and quite pretty. Those ones were put up in 1990, and further up the hill, they're a little bit younger than that, but none of them have failed despite all the massive storms we have. So they're a very effective way to hold the soft clay banks up. And of course they were cheap. Barry asked the locals to bring the bottles in, and they brought them all in for free because they were just scrap bottles. And certainly in the early days, Barry didn't have any money, so he did everything as cheaply as he could.
Turn anything into a wall.
And bursting out into the open here, you'll get an idea of what the views are going to be like when we get further up. On the other side of the bridge, this area is called Hoki Mai, which means come back in the local Maori language. We have our double track section here, so the two passenger trains can pass each other when things are busy, and there's a lot of artwork to admire here at Hoki Mai.
Yeah, it was a penis. That elephant's pregnant. Look, it's a pregnant elephant.
As we go around this wall on the left, you'll see that the people who built it wrote their names in it in clear glass. It says Ron's and Barry's. So that was Barry Brickle and his friend Ron who built that wall.
Wow. Oh, that's big long stairs to walk up.
Hoki Mai was completed in 1991. Back then that was the end of the journey. Now we keep going further because with some income from the railway, Barry was able to keep laying tracks further and further up the hill every year until he finally reached the top of his land where he built the tower, and that was in 2003, 30 years after he started. Some of these trees look quite magnificent already, but they are quite young, and many New Zealand natives will live for hundreds of years. Especially the kauri trees, which we know can live for over 2,000 years. But everything here is less than 50 years old, so it's all very young.
I guess. geography.
She's busy riding a train.
Yeah, well, you don't learn this in school. You don't learn this much geography in school.
A lot of people helped Barry with the construction work for the bridges and the tunnels, but all of the track was laid by that one man. Barry wanted to lay it himself, so he did all of the track laying.
Stop. Stop. Really cool cars. So pretty cool.
They look good, don't they?
I think they had different coaches and put all the clay models
We're
in
just
the
about
train.
to arrive at our third reversing station, which Barry named Cascade after a waterfall down below us in the gully. It took him 3 years to lay the track from Hockey up to here. So Cascade was finished in 1994. As we come in here, I'll point out some old Barry's art. This big twisted terracotta pot was made by Barry Bribble.
That's pretty
It's the sort
cool.
of thing he was famous for making. It's quite complicated to make something that big without it collapsing when you fire it in the kiln. Also means you have to build very big kilns in order to make several items at once. I'm going to turn the engine on so you can hear the waterfall while I walk to the other end.
Here. Can we see the waterfall?
No, unfortunately it's a bit far down and around the curve. We're not allowed to let people in. I haven't even seen it yet. I come here 4 times a day and I haven't seen it yet because I've got to do this and I haven't got time to
Yeah.
beetle off and leave you alone. I must come up here on my own.
Gee, this seems good. Freshy. Oh, damn. It looks like a worm on that plant there.
At the top of this next section, we have our third and longest tunnel, which is called our Toro Tunnel. Toro means 3 in the Maori language. We also have our fourth reversing point called the Moropito. Moropito is the name of a native New Zealand shrub. We're going to stop on the other side of the tunnel so you can have a closer look at the artwork. And take a couple of photos, have a look at the view before we move further up further down.
Well, yeah. Does this line get oiled from time to time?
Not deliberately.
No,
Just
like,
from its slide right off.
no, because of all the rust and stuff.
No, you can't do anything about that. You just rely on the train rubbing the rust off the rails that we use. That piece of rail is not used anymore. We don't use that siding. So it looks rusty, but it's just surface rust, and if it corrodes too much, we replace the track. So we keep inspecting it.
Pretty handy.
There's nothing we can do to really stop corrosion.
Okay, remember to keep everything safely inside when we go through the tunnel, and when we stop on the other side, we must stay on the other side, not allowed back through. When the train stops, I'll come and open the doors for you. Please mind your heads as you exit.
There we go. Go back in. So just do a bit of a walk. Oh, look at that.
Width is probably only about 15. Pine tree, that's just a Californian pine radiata. It's out of the way because we weighed it. The big old pine trees like these two ones here were planted by the Chipman family or farmers who were here first, or after the logging in the 1800s anyway.
Sorry, mate. Sorry. Was that a rock?
No, it was a pine cone.
Ah. I like that tunnel actually. I like how it's a mouth.
Go stand over there and take a photo.
That looks so weird. Haha. I'm never going to further back. Been nice. I mean, it kind of does.
Going out of.
Oh my god. You had a great time.
That's wood carving in the trees.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a wood carving tree. How much help did Barry have to create all this?
Well, there were a team of people helping with tunnels and bridges, but he laid all of the track himself. He used to come up here and work on his own. So he would put the sleepers down and all the ballast, the rock and the rails, and he just did it all himself.
How do you get all the ballast up? Just with the train?
As he came up, yes, he used his train with a wagon,
Yeah.
and he would hook it in such a way so that he was pushing it ahead of him. So when he came to the end of where he was working, he could just
Sort of
either tip it out or shovel it out and
in-
spread it
in there.
further uphill.
Yeah.
So he'd push it ahead of the train,
Yeah.
and then he would put the sleepers in,
Yeah,
lay the
along
rail
the
down,
track
and then
and
move further up.
Move further up, yeah.
How long did it take him? Like 2
Well, he
years?
started in 1973, and he finished the last bit of track up at the tower in 2003, so 30 years. And he was 38 when he started.
Was he married?
No, he was not married.
So
He
he
was able to do whatever he wanted with his time.
so he finished at age 68.
Yep. Yep. And the whole time he was doing it, this wasn't a job. This was his hobby. He was a potter. He was making money by running the pottery and making art and selling that. Of course, he started to get income from the railway after the end of 1990, and gradually it took over and became the main source of income for his property. Right, the views up the top are even better than this, so let's get up and have a look at them. Mind your head's getting back in.
Crazy. That's a netball. Well, what's Barry doing with a netball up here?
No idea, someone else probably put that there. It could even have been put there recently. It's just somebody's idea of art. It is actually a real ball though, it's not made of pottery. Links leaving Toru Station, all doors locked and checked. Links departing Toru Station, all doors locked and checked. Okay, here comes our last bridge on the journey uphill, the number 10 viaduct. It's the second longest bridge at 40 metres, but it's the one with the best views. When we get right up to the tower, you'll understand why Barry wanted to have the train come all the way up to the top of his property. It's all about the views over here. Before we get there, our last reversing station here called Vima, which means 5 in the Maori language, and the train goes right out under a deck over the forest.
I don't want to die. I wonder why it stops here, because it's so scary up here.
Train is stopped. The choo-choo train could do it.
get the doors for you and feed the motor here. The rail was finished up here in 2003. Building was completed in October 2003.
Heads coming out. Yes.
I'm gonna go in reverse. As far as I can fit. I'm not that because it's a bag. Look, a dog. Look at that mountain. Look at a dog.
A dog.
Yeah, the mountain looks like a dog.
I mean, way out in the sea.
Yeah.
Oh, a bird stuck in the water.
I said that looks like a duck.
Driving Creek property ends just behind the building here. The hills up here behind us are Department of Conservation, but our ecology team are responsible for the trapping network in here to keep the stoats, rats and possums down. Very important. We actually have some wild kiwi living in here now. They weren't here when Barry was alive. He died in 2016. They've moved in recently in the last 3 years. This year we counted 5, 2 years and a lone male.
because it's just down that way. It goes down there. Toilet. Oh, it's amazing. Look at the toilets.